All right, fearless pre-dental students, let's get this review on the road. So this is a review of the content that you've been covering in week 2. And what I'll do is I'll show you the questions and provide you an opportunity to pause the video so you can have a picture of them and work through them on your own, and then we'll go through the answers together. So this is the first sort of set of questions that I'll show you, so feel free to pause the video right here. Okay, and then this shows you the end of some of the charts and the final questions, so feel free and pause it right here. All right, great. So now what I'd like to do is go through some of these answers together. And I'll try at least to show sort of the document over here, what we're working on, as well as the answer key itself. So you can see what I'm saying as I say it and take a picture of it if you want to, and go back and review it later and practice the review questions a lot of times. All right, what is landmark number 4? And what is its significance? That's the ala, and its significance is that it lines up with the cuspid. What is landmark number 1? The nasion. What is an endodontist? One who treats the root canal and the apical area of the tooth. How many permanent and deciduous teeth are there? 32 permanent, 20 baby teeth. So 16 in each arch for adults, for all my math majors out there. True or false, the mandible is fixed. That is false. It's the movable jaw, so the mandible is movable. What are premolars for, number 6? They're used for grinding and holding food, and you have a total of 8. What is a trifurcation of a root? Trifurcation would be different. So trifurcation would be different than a bifurcation, just in the sense that it's the division of 3 tooth roots at their point of junction with the root trunk. So basically when you have the crown, the root trunk, and then you've 3 or 2 roads diverge in a wood, and it's how many roots you've got there. Number 8, the hard calcified tissue that forms the inside body of the tooth is dentin. And I'm just remembering that when I was taking this class, I said like eating pizza, I think. So like enamel dentin pulp. I just remembered that. Where can you find the vascularization? All the vessels of a tooth would be in the pulp. And then here, there's an image that has A, B, and C labeled. And one of the biggest pieces of advice that I could give is that these charts, as they appear in the workbook, are exactly how they're going to appear on the exam. And so what I would do when I took the class is I printed out lots and lots and lots and lots of copies of these charts, and then I would take whiteout and blank out the things that had already been listed, and then I would make copies of those, and I filled out those charts like a million times, and it would probably be better just to be able to recognize the structures no matter what chart you were given. But there were times that I definitely just was able to place it because of my like familiarity with the chart, because that's how it appeared in the workbook, if that made sense. So I was like, oh yeah, like I know because I've done it enough times that the third one down is the pull-up or whatever it was. So probably not like foolproof for learning in your whole life, but I think you get the point that I'm getting at. A is the periodontal ligament, B is the cementum, C is the nerve, and then going down here, 1 is 13, the incisive foramen. Foramen just meaning hole and referring to the incisive, referring to the incisors. 2 is the so bon appetit. 2 is the Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, 2 is the condyle, and then number 3 is the mental protuberance. So I think of that as like me stroking my chin, this mental protuberance right here when I'm having a real powerful mental moment. What's the difference between overjet and overbite? I think about landing on a jet plane and getting like kind of thrust forward in my seat. So jet is movement this way and overbite is movement this way. What's the difference between the curve of Spee and the curve of Wilson? Spee is going to be looking at the teeth this way and refers to this gentle curvature, and then Wilson would be like if I was looking this way and you were looking through my head and it was this curvature that I'm about to show. It's like having a smiley face in the back of my head. True or false? The tongue/cutting line angle of the central incisor is called the lingual incisal. Not true. The universal system, I always think about that as going like, so for me looking at teeth, it would be like this. So I think for you, it would be going like around the world. So starting with 1 and numbering all the way around to 32. Whereas the international system, I'm trying to think of how it would be for you. Let's see. Would be like, so for me, it's like that. So I think it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's just how I think about it. Anyway, all of that, here's the answers to those, and all of that content is found in the workbook. I tried to go over it pretty quick, one, because you can read and you have the answer key right there, and 2, because I wanted to provide just my contact information. So I'm Jonah, that's my email, that's my phone number. Either of those are great ways to reach me. And if you have questions about anything that I've talked about right now, or questions about the other course content, I'd be happy to talk to you over the phone or on text or on email, or you could set up a Zoom call with me or whatever. I'm just happy to help out any way I can, help you be successful in the course. I made like flashcards for every, I just say this all the time, so sorry for the broken record stuff, but I made flashcards for like every bullet point in the chapter, and would be happy to share those or any other resources or mnemonics that I learned to help you be successful. But just let me know what I can do to help, and don't hesitate to reach out. Right? See ya.